Guy here, and this is Does It Suck?
How are you calling this a review when the game just came out not too long ago, man? What are you talking about? The game is perfect. You know, I can't wait to play it on my PlayStation 5. Y'all was starving for games. Just admit it. Xbox is better. Sony ain't got nothing for you to play, man. This is crazy, man. Oh, we out here starving for old 19, 20-year-old remastered carrots. This what y'all doing on PlayStation?
The show where we take a
Look at this.
dive look at it.
Oh yeah, we know this.
What's good or bad about it? Now,
It's
I
perfect.
spent the last couple hours playing the
I love
Oblivion
it.
remake, and it is insane. I have to just ramble about it because I'm a big
It was all a dream. I used to read Xbox official magazine.
old school fan of Oblivion. All the Elder
It was
Scrolls
all
in
a
back,
dream.
everything from Morrowind to Daggerfall to Arena, and of course I bought like 25 versions of Skyrim, but that's part of why I have been incredibly curious about, well, the Oblivion remake ever since it initially got leaked, ever since we even knew it existed, because this is a project that I feel like could have gone terribly wrong.
What she means by that is that he didn't think the game was going to go to PlayStation. That's what it was. You know, it could have went terribly wrong because if there wasn't a PS5 version, I'd be hating on it like I did Starfield. It could have went terribly wrong now, I'm telling you. But since they put it on PlayStation, it's a perfect. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a great game. You see, this is what it's always been about, man. This is what they was afraid of. They always loved these Xbox games. All that hate that they had towards this company, even with Indiana Jones, just to find out the game came out 6 months later. And now look at it. All these ponies love it. As far as I'm concerned, the PS5 ain't nothing but another Xbox where you buy the same games they play through their own subscription service. This is embarrassing.
When this originally came out back in 2006, it was mind-blowing. It was actually just insane. So constantly being like, oh yes, I'm a vampire. They have kept all of the original dialogue. They have kept the original voice actors. They kept even stuff like, people don't know this, but Jean-Luc Picard, the guy, Patrick Stewart, is the guy who plays the king. Now obviously I have a giant Star Trek Jean-Luc Picard tattoo on my arm. They kept them in the game. But they also...
This is crazy, man. You know, the fact that you guys are excited about a 20-year-old remastered game. I mean, you guys never had the opportunity of playing it. I mean, unless you had an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One console. But like I said, it does look like a very high-quality game, and I'm happy to see that this game, Microsoft really put the time in with the people at Bethesda to give you guys something to look forward to. But this also shows you that PlayStation ain't got no games, man. You guys are getting beat by shadow drops, bro. Like, this is getting crazy, bro. We don't even know what else Microsoft might shadow drop from this point going forward. Sony's got to get it together, man. I'm sorry, man. These TV shows they got going on and everything else that they're doing, they got to get it together, man, because the PS5 is yet again showing me as to why did I pick up this platform. Because if these are the type of games that you guys are telling me as to why I picked up the PS5, then at that point, I might as well just stayed with the Xbox because I can play them. I can still continue to buy them on Xbox, as well as playing through one subscription service in comparison to buying the game and still paying PlayStation, essential or extra money for something that I'm not even really enjoying or benefiting from.
Added in new dialogue. So certain times there were other races and stuff like elves, new dialogue, new voice actors. So a lot of the minor people sound a lot more realized. And that to me is incredibly cool. Now, they've also added a bunch of stuff to the gameplay, which I have to say, this is the stuff that makes it feel the most radically different over the original, and I think it's the part that's easy to understand how you level up, which can be good. In the original version of the game, you could at times get completely... Now, in case you do not realize how big this is the strategy guide for the original Oblivion. This is all the content that is now in Oblivion Remastered. You could beat us just putting this. It's $50 if you're buying it. I decided to play on Game Pass, but I'm tempted.
You just said PC. Oh, I would assume PC Game Pass. I would assume that because you just said that you... Okay.
To buy this on PlayStation 5 just because...
well, there you go. You're going to continue to give Microsoft more of your money. Well, congratulations, Microsoft. You know, he's going to buy the game multiple times just because you made the game multi-plat.
I do like popping those trophies. I'm the kind of person where I've purchased Skyrim at this point like 10 separate times. I bought it, literally, I bought it on the original systems. I bought all the remasters. I bought all the remakes. I bought it on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch.
Well, look at that. He's going to do it again. So instead of you giving Microsoft $50 of your money, you're now giving them what? PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. That's $150 right there for the same game. Look at that. Y'all want to sit there talking about $80 Switch games after you spending these? Matter of fact, he probably buy the $60 version, which is even crazier because those are digital. You don't even have a physical copy to these games yet, and y'all people already shelling. Oh yeah, I love it. So all that whole physical talk that y'all like to do is completely irrelevant. You guys know that you love Xbox games. You guys always did, and we know as to why you hated these Xbox games when they were locked to PC in the Xbox platform. Because now look at it. Now all these Xbox games are getting this praise. They love it. It's great. It's amazing what Microsoft's doing. But the question in the room is, what is PlayStation doing? You know what I'm saying? We got all this hype going on in regards to these Xbox games, but when you sit there and talk about what PlayStation games they got coming out, we got stuff like Days Gone Remastered, you know what I mean, Until Dawn Remake, Lost Soul Aside, and Ghost of Yotei. I mean, really? And we don't know. I mean, Microsoft got Doom Dark Ages, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Like, this is insane, man. And we don't know what else they're going to shadow drop. Like, this is embarrassing, man. If you guys really think that PlayStation 5 was the best console this generation, it really wasn't, bro. You guys know it was the Xbox. You all just made the mistake going from PS4 to PS5 thinking it was going to be the same exact thing, except this time it was a lot worse for y'all. Oh, but we playing the same game as Ed. I mean, okay, and then now they're going to use the PS5 Pro label to justify why they're buying these games. Oh, well, you're just mad because we got the Pro label, even though it's not even that much of a difference, and you still shelled out $700 to $800 for the same games that you can play on Xbox through one subscription service. Y'all are stupid. Just admit, you guys are dumb.
Serious about this after just the first couple hours. I think I'm having more fun.
Yeah, you called it a review. Look at it. It says right there. Don't take my word for it. It says review right here. How is this a review, bro?
With Oblivion remaster than I've had with Skyrim and God.
And Days Gone remaster and Last of Us Part 1, The Last of Us TV show, Astrobot. I've had more fun playing this than all of the PlayStation 5 games that have come out. And guess what? The fun is just begun because Doom Dark Ages is coming out next month. This is crazy, bro. I've never seen a company push out as many games as Microsoft, man. We all eating good.
Years. This is the classic, raw, quirky Bethesda charm that people actually miss. In a way, I feel like this is why Starfield failed, is that quirkiness that...
Starfield failed because clearly it didn't drop on PlayStation 5. You know, all the games that skipped PlayStation, they weren't good because they skipped our platform. We said the same thing about Indiana Jones, but once we found out we had a release date, we said to ourselves, that's a good game. We're going to buy it.
Made it the Bethesda charm. This is what we wanted more of, and it's so good to have it back. But what do you guys think about it?
And the funny thing is, you PlayStation fanboys ain't going to admit it, man. Look at that. Why don't we hear this excitement from PlayStation? Every time we talk about an Xbox game, we hear excitement. I was shocked. It is crazy. I mean, you guys are eating the golden carrots from Microsoft's barn. You know what I'm saying? They just sitting by their barnyard, eating the little patches of grass that Sony's given to them, and then they see the golden carrots that the Xbox are eating, and they're like, "Oh man, I want some." You see that they got on here? I want them golden carrots. I'm tired of eating this grass, man. They grabbing it like how Squidward did with the Krabby Patty. That's how they grabbing the grass. That's how they try to grab the golden carrot. You know, it's a taste. They want a taste of it. Now that they got it, they're not starving no more. You know, they're not looking skinny. You guys are starting to look like healthy gamers in this community because you're eating good now. You're eating. All that starving, all that fighting, all this console war stuff you was doing, you know, was making you look like a malnutrition. It is what it is. Now all of a sudden they got the proper nutrients, and now these ponies, they winning races. They happy. They doing what they supposed to be doing. That's all we wanted from y'all. We wanted y'all to be like everybody else. Ain't nobody want nothing from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft said, we can't have them gamers starving over there. We can't. It ain't right. It just ain't right. It just ain't right. Man, but like I said, bro, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, man. This just also goes to show you the hypocrisy of the PlayStation fanboy community. And we already know that Xbox is most definitely indeed better than PlayStation. That's facts.